Welcome to Race to a Headspace podcast, episode 2.
I'm Ella. I'm Chloe.
And I'm Anna. Let's introduce our guest, Devin. Yay! Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Want some blanket? Are you cold?
She doesn't want the blanket, bro.
We're playing.
What sport do you play?
I play soccer and flag football.
All right, and what is your, schedule like for both of those?
Flag football is in the winter and it's every day after school, and then soccer is 3 times a week.
Okay, nice.
Okay, so what does your schedule look like when you're balancing both school and sports?
I go to school and then I have homework after school and restart. Okay, so basically I go to school and then I have a sport after, and then depending on the day, if I have flag football and soccer on the same day, I'll usually pick one or the other, or only go to the first hour of flag football and then go to soccer, and then after that I have homework.
Nice. What grade are you in?
I'm in 11th grade.
Okay, so junior year, busy. You probably have a lot of schoolwork. So would you say that being a two-sport athlete and obviously going to school, being in junior year, takes a toll on your mental health?
Not really, because
Wow, man.
because I'm good at time management.
Something.
It's also, I like that you said that you don't struggle, because it's important to still prioritize protecting your mental health, even if you haven't had issues with it in the past. And remember that it can be a sudden change, and you need to know what habits to create to protect it. So what are some ways or things you do to prioritize your own mental health, or just prioritize separating school and sports from your at-home life?
I prioritize my mental health by balancing school and sports, by really focusing on my sleep and making sure I have at least an hour of relaxing time before I go to bed.
And do you notice if you don't sleep enough, it affects your performance both in school and in your sport negatively, or no?
Yeah, it affects it negatively because if I don't get enough sleep, I can't really function well, and I won't be able to succeed in my academics nor my performance in sport.
What are you doing? Guys, can you not laugh?
Texting.
Speaking.
No, it's so window.
Would you say, Devin, that mental health is a taboo subject in both sports that you do?
Yeah, I'd say in flag football it definitely is, because our coach expects a lot of us performance-wise.
And how do your coaches' expectations, your own expectations, teammates, and even your parents affect you? Positively or negatively?
Cameraman, can you?
Handle the expectations by really just focusing on the little things in each sport, and as well, and the things I can control, and perfecting that.
Do you think if you're hyper fixating on a lot of the little things rather than looking at kind of maybe the broader picture, how do you think that affects you? Do you think it's really toxic and builds kind of more toxic environment, or does it leave a more open conversation?
I think it's important to focus on the little things, because then once you get those down, you can build up to like focusing more on the bigger picture.
But do you think that ever makes you like lead to be like overly harsh on yourself or very specific about what you need to do right, and rather than like looking at your successes, you see a lot of like the smaller mistakes you're making at all?
I try and focus on the successes rather than the mistakes. But yeah.
Good job.
Do you get time to physically or mentally like recover from your sport and school?
I think it depends on the day and like the workload of like whether it's a 2-sport day or if it's like a heavy homework day. And there's been a lot of that junior year.
Bro, come on, teachers.
Back.
We'll clip that name. Do you think, on that note about teachers, do you think they understand what it's like to be a student athlete?
I think they try and put it into perspective, but I don't think they really like understand student athletes and like the workload they have to balance, and some teachers try and like work around that, but most don't.
Do you think that your coaches understand your workload as a student?
I think they are aware of it, but they don't really understand like to the extent of how much there is, and I don't think they really care.
Damn.
Do you ever like compare yourself if you see someone who's like way better? Like if you have like the Kevin Hart and The Rock, that sounds like
Devin, would you say you playing flag football, there's a lot of gender expectations that like follow it, or there's like, I guess there's like this stigma around surrounding the sport?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people have negative views on flag football just because it's a girl-dominated sport compared to like tackle, and I think it's unfair towards the athletes, and they don't really get that much recognition regarding their if they excel in their sport compared to a guy.
a great man is an average woman. I even want to tie back to our first guest, how she talked about how oftentimes her coach would compare their playing and their performance level to literally 12-year-old boys. And like, 10-year-old.
10-year-old boys. 10. Oh, like both.
10, 12. So even just like small comments that might not even seem like harmful.
Cameraman
Like,
is really...
it's like all the little things really add up, and I think oftentimes the pressure for women can be so much higher because when they have to play well as a woman, they also have to like play as good as a man, if you know what I'm saying. But also at the same time, they have to like, if like you can't be mad about something because then you're like dramatic. You have to like, there's all these little components that like make, I think, sports for women really difficult. And we're trying to bring awareness about how it shouldn't be a topic that people should be scared of. It should be like an open conversation. And like it's not something like, mental health is something that happens with everyone, and like it should just be a topic that everyone can talk about.
Yeah. Devin, could you leave the viewers with like some last
Wisdom?
Didn't we already do?
Again, why did I get that? Yeah, just focus on your mental health, guys.
Aww. Yeah, focus on your mental health.
That's
Alright.
a great message.
Okay, bye guys. This sums up
Bye.
episode 2. Woo! See you next
Thank
time. Bye.